Hey guys, this is Jaren, and welcome to a first video on how to make Snake within Minecraft using animated blocks. Alright, and in this video what we're going to do is we're going to put together a Snake part data type. Okay, and if you don't know what that is, a data type, try Googling object-oriented programming. So all it is we're going to be making a new kind of data called a snake part that's going to help us draw our snake properly in our snake game. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get a new function right here. So we're going to declare a new function, and this function is going to actually be kind of like a new snake part factory. It's going to construct a new snake part and then return it. So why don't we call it new underscore snake underscore part. Okay, now this function is going to need some inputs. So click on this star here and drag over 3 inputs. It's going to have 3 pieces of data attached to it. Each snake part will. So the first input is going to represent the material that you want to make the snake part out of. Second is going to be the drone that you want to draw the snake part with. Lastly is going to be the previous part. Alright, and this is a really nice special piece of data that's going to be attached to each part that's going to represent the previous snake part. Alright, now the first thing we'll do is just for convenience, what we'll do is we'll set the material. So we'll draw the snake part. Alright, so switch the drone, so get this drone places block of type block from the drone category, and then switch it over to drone, and this is going to be the drone that we passed in as an input, and tell it to place a block of type material. So the material that we passed into the new snake part. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to declare the new object. So go to miscellaneous, we're going to set local, change this to snake part. We'll call it new snake part. How about that? New snake part. And we're going to set it to a new object. So go to miscellaneous, new object, plug that in there. Perfect. And then we'll just, so we don't forget later, just copy and paste that variable, plug it in there, and change this to new snake part. So it's going to dispense a new snake part, this function. Alright, now where the fun begins is we're going to start attaching pieces of data to the new snake part before we return it. So the way we do that is in this miscellaneous tab we get this put value blank called name in variable. Okay, so the first part is the value that you want to attach to your object. So, and by the way, our object is going to be the new snake part. And what we'll do is we'll put material. So we're going to put material called material in the new snake part. And then we're going to copy and paste that. And then put the drone called drone in new snake part. And then lastly, we're going to put value previous part called previous part or prev part in new snake part. Alright, so that's all set up. Now what we need to do is add what are called methods. So methods describe how to do something with your object. And really all it is you're just attaching a function to the object. So we're going to put value blank. It's not going to be a variable. It's going to actually be a new function. So get this miscellaneous, and this is an anonymous function that we're going to plug in. And we're going to call this method move. So we're going to put value function called move in the new snake part. And so move is going to take, actually it's going to take a location, because we're going to be able to tell the snake part to move to a particular location. And then we're going to tell the previous part to move to where this part is now. Alright. And so what we're going to do is set a local variable in here, just for, and this is going to be for convenience, It's going to be called this underscore D to, we're going to type in some JavaScript here. So get this miscellaneous JavaScript block. And in it, we're going to put this dot drone, which refers to the drone that we passed in originally with the new snake part. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tell this drone to place air. And that's going to, in a sense, erase the snake part where it's at now. And then we're also going to tell the world to erase the any hidden data that represents the snake part. So we're going to set hidden data blank string named snake part at the location of this drone. This drone. There we go. All right, so now we've successfully removed the, erased the snake part where it's at now. Now, before we move it to the new location and set the, and draw the snake part in the new location, what we need to do is tell the previous part to catch up. And how do we do that? Well, we need to first check if there is a previous part, because there doesn't always have to be a previous part. So we need to say if this dot previous part then we're going to call move on that previous part. So I'm using a lot of copy and pastes here with these blocks. Okay, and where are we going to tell the previous part to move? Well, we're going to tell it to move to the location of this drone. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to tell this drone to place a block of this material. This dot material. Excellent. And then tell the world to set hidden data snake part. This should actually be snake data underscore data. Snake underscore data. So this is like the key or the variable name, and this is the actual contents of that variable or the value. Okay, and that should actually do it. So whenever we call move on a snake part, what's going to happen is it's going to erase the snake part where it's at now. It's going to tell the previous part to catch up to it, and then it's going to draw the snake part in the new location. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot something. See, that's why it's actually really good to rehash your functions, sort of recite them back to yourself to catch little errors like that. Because before we tell the drone, this drone, to place this material, we need to tell this drone to move to the new location. So that's something we forgot. So we're going to say move this D. Oops. Move this D to location, because it's going to be the new location. And then it's placing the material, then it's setting the hidden data. Okay, perfect. Now this should actually work. And in the next video, we'll get to testing out this new snake part functionality and maybe try moving the snake part around and maybe adding some new snake parts to it. So that should be fun. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys.